So another area that we have sort of targeted to talk about at Envision is both the music industry and the concert touring industry, about the relationship between bands, records, going out on the road. Where's that all going?
Well, it's in a state of chaos, as you know. This notion of friendly music sharing, which turns out if you're the royalty owner may not be such good news.
Right.
Will there be rich rock stars in the future? The system that was developed, A&R, record companies, etc., which was designed to find talent, identify it, nurture it, bring it along and develop it, that's gone. You know, it's a casualty of the record company. If you look at the record company, you know, look at their revenues and profitability, it's that classic trouble in River City curve. And the first thing that caught my attention, you know, half dozen years ago, was when significant percentage of the revenue from the entire recording business was coming from ringtones. Remember that? There was about a 10-minute period where ringtones. Well, when it becomes half the revenue of the record business, you say, there's something interesting here. And so I guess the issue is three different ways to look at it. From the perspective of distribution, well, obviously distribution's better than it's ever been. Our problem is not how to get things distributed to people. The problem might be how not to get things distributed to people, or how to get paid for them when you distribute them. In the touring business, when I started rock and roll touring in the 70s, you went on the road to sell albums. So you would do a big show. The first big show I worked on was Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And we went out with a 79-piece orchestra and did a whole bunch of things, and were inventing a lot of the touring business with big special effects, big sound, big lighting, carrying stages with us, you know, 16, 20, 30, 40 trucks of gear. And the notion was, can you top this? If you did spectacle, people would come to see the spectacle, enjoy the music, buy the album. MTV happened overnight. The way things were promoted in the record business was MTV. And then it turned into a chair, a guy or gal with a guitar, and one spotlight, and that was basically the show, because all the promotion was done by doing a slick music video, and the other thing you did either as a vanity piece or something else, but certainly if you were on the road, you were there to make money, you didn't promote yourself, so let's get the production costs way down, and we'll do that. And then all of a sudden you find new forms are happening where hybrids start developing, where the music video turns into million-dollar music videos. I remember Thriller, when it first came out, Michael Jackson sort of broke a new record, and oh, people are basically producing features here. And it wasn't just someone with a, you know, Super 16 camera and a little crew, it was full production. So it's changing again now. What's disturbing to people in the record companies is it's changing in a way that they had never seen before, which may make them obsolete. What's disturbing to the performers is the system, which many of them found egregious, but at least they understood to be exploited by the record companies, went poof. And now they're looking for someone new to exploit them. And you say basically, well, we'll just do a viral video, we'll put it on, it'll all take care of itself. And this has happened occasionally, but it's happening this much, and what the record business used to be was this much. So this is one of these areas which we have room to concern. One of the challenges is also from a production perspective. The recording studios are going out of business because they can't keep their doors open. People in their garage or their basement working on, you know, digital audio workstations are producing things. Now, the good news and the bad news is the art of studio production is disappearing. With highly compressed music, as you hear on a typical portable music player, we have generations of kids now who've never actually heard what quality music sounds like. They've never listened over high quality anything, speakers, headphones, or anything else. They're listening to highly compressed music, and they're often listening to music that was produced badly in someone's basement. And is this good or bad? Well, if you grew up in the era I did, where you care about sound, it's tragic. Now, will it be replaced by something? Will there be a renaissance? Will this get reborn? Interesting question, but it is troubling that an entire fleet of professionals who were the studio musicians / recording engineers / production folks are now finding their businesses non-viable. So that's one of the questions is, okay, what comes next? Is there a role for quality? And I think that's a fundamental question.